Today we are going to be writing systems of equations given a graph. Determine the equation of a line by finding the slope and the y-intercept. Once you find the slope and the y-intercept, or the m and the b, you have enough information to write the equation. And because this is a system of equations, we are going to have to do that 2 times for each problem to write both equations for the graph. So, looking at our first example, I always identify what is line 1 and line 2 just to make sure we keep everything straight. So I'm going to label this line as 1 and this line as 2. And I'm actually going to change that color just to keep it more organized. Okay, so our slope for the first we need to find the slope and the y-intercept for the graph of line 1. And I always find it easiest to find the y-intercept first. So where does this line cross the y-axis? And it crosses right here at that point, which is -2. So we're just going to keep track of that off to the side. From there, we need to identify what is the slope. And the slope is going to be, how do I get from the point furthest to the left, in this case, this point right here, to the other point on the line? So I need to figure out, am I going to move up or down? In this case, I'm going to go up 1 to get even with that point, and then I count across 1, 2, 3, 4. So I went up 1 over 4. My slope is 1 over 4. Then for line 2, I'm going to do the same thing, find the slope and find the y-intercept. My y-intercept for this line right here, for this line right here is 7. So my b value is 7. And then I need to find the slope between this point and this one. And I want to start with the point furthest to the left, which is up here. So I'm going to count down from there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, over 1, 2, 3, 4. And because I moved down 8, it is -8 over 4. When I move up, it's positive. And I want to double check to make sure that I can or can't simplify the slope. And -8 divided by 4 does simplify to -2. So it's better to use -2 for the slope. Okay, now I'm ready to write the equation. And just as a refresher, we're writing it in slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. We are going to plug in m and b, which we just found for both lines. So for the first line, y equals my slope, or m, is 1/4. And then I include that x. And then the equation is plus b. However, my b value is negative, so I can go ahead and just put -2. I do not need a plus when it's negative. And for line 2, y equals my slope -2x, and my b value is plus 7. And there you have it, two equations for the 2 lines on the graph. And we have our system. Going on to graph 2, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to label my lines as 1 and 2. We'll do 1 down here, 2, and it really doesn't matter which one is 1 and which one is 2. So for line 1, let's go ahead and find the slope and the y-intercept. My y-intercept here is -3. However, that point is further to the right. So when I'm finding my slope, I want to start here and count down and over to get to that point. So to get the slope, I'm going to go down 1 over 1, 2, 3. And again, when you go down, it's negative. So -1 over 3 is my slope. Next, I'm going to go ahead and do line 2. My y-intercept is 7. So b equals 7. And then again, that point is actually further to the right, and I want to start at the point further to the left. So I'm looking at this line here. Here's my point furthest left. I'm going to count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Up 9 over 1, 2, 3. So my slope is 9 over 3, and I always want to check, can I simplify that? 9 divided by 3 is 3. Now I have enough information to write the equation for both lines to give us our system. So line 1, y equals negative 1/3 x minus 3. And line 2, y equals 3x plus 7. And once you have both equations for the two lines, you have your system and you are done with the problem.